Snow is falling outside the window. The room is quiet. The world looks less sharp than it did before. And maybe that is why this feeling becomes easier to notice. The way everything inside has been held a little too firmly. The thoughts, the plans, the unfinished conversations, the hopes that still matter, the responsibilities that keep returning, even the feelings that never had enough room to become clear. It is not always obvious when the nervous system starts tightening around life. At first, it can feel like staying steady. It can feel like being capable. It can feel like handling things well. You keep moving through the day, answering what needs to be answered, remembering what needs to be remembered, carrying what no one else can see. And then, somewhere in the quieter moments, the effort becomes noticeable, not as a breakdown, not as a crisis, more like a heaviness behind the eyes, a pressure across the forehead, a tiredness in the jaw from holding back what never fully had a place to go. The snow keeps falling, falls, lands, softens. Falls, lands, softens. Nothing arrives harshly. Nothing forces its way through. The snow simply meets what is here and changes the surface a little at a time. That can feel unfamiliar when so much of life has required firmness, holding it together, holding the plan, holding the emotion, holding the hope carefully enough that it does not become too painful if it changes. There is a kind of strength that becomes exhausting when it has nowhere to rest. The mind may still be trying to organize everything. The body may already know it needs less effort. A little more space appears around the breath. The shoulders stop lifting toward the next thing. The chest feels less crowded, even before anything is understood. The snow gathers along the edges of the window, falls, lands, softens. The rhythm returns differently now, less like weather, more like the quiet possibility that not everything has to stay so firm. There may be feelings that became hard because they were never fully met. There may be dreams that became guarded because they mattered too much. There may be parts of the heart that learned to stay composed because opening felt risky. And still, underneath all of that, something tender remains. Not gone, not lost, not unreachable, only covered by the effort of continuing. A small line of snow slips from a branch outside, just enough movement to break the stillness, then everything settles again. Attention follows it for a moment, and when the quiet returns, something inside feels less defended. The breath moves easier. The jaw eases without needing a reason. More weight is being held by what is beneath you. Nothing has been solved, but something no longer feels as tightly wrapped around the need to solve it. That is where softness begins, not as weakness, not as giving up, not as losing the shape of yourself. Softness begins when the body realizes it does not have to become rigid in order to be safe. The future remains unfinished. The questions remain open. The parts of life that matter still matter. But they do not press as hard now. There is room around them, room around the uncertainty, room around the tenderness, room around the version of you that has been trying so hard to stay steady. Falls, lands, softens. The rhythm returns again, and this time it feels closer. A thought can arrive without becoming the whole sky. A worry can arrive without taking over the body. A hope can arrive without needing to be protected immediately. The nervous system no longer reaches quite so far ahead. The chest has more room. The future feels less closed. And in that room, possibility becomes easier to carry. Not certain, not loud, not fully formed. Just possible, just safe enough to stay near. The snow keeps falling. The world remains unfinished beneath it. Nothing has stopped becoming. And perhaps that is what softness remembers. Life can still move without force. Hope can still live without pressure. The heart can still open without knowing the whole story first. Falls, lands, softens. The rhythm returns one final time, gentle, quiet, still moving. Everything does not have to be held so tightly now. The old effort does not have to disappear. It can simply loosen its grip. Something is still unfolding beneath what has been heavy. Something is still opening beneath what has been guarded. Something is still becoming beneath what has been held. And here, in this quiet moment, life keeps softening around you.